The importance of knowing your audience when doing content marketing. Content marketing is a great way to build your brand, but it can be tricky to do well. One of the most important things you can do is make sure you're creating content for the right audience. If you're trying to reach a business audience and write about what's going on in the world of finance, it'll probably be pretty boring for someone who doesn't work in that field. On the other hand, if you're trying to reach a younger crowd and write about how technology is changing our lives and culture, it might be really boring for someone who's older than 30 and not into what's new and trendy. When you know who your audience is, it makes it easier to create content that will actually appeal to them and get them excited about what you have to say. When it comes to content marketing, knowing your audience is the difference between a successful campaign and one that's falling flat. If you want to create content that people actually want to read, watch, or listen to, and then share with their friends, you have to know who you're creating it for. Additionally, when you're writing content, it's important to know your audience. You don't want to just write something and hope they'll understand it. You want to make sure that you're speaking their language, that you're writing in a way that makes sense to them, and that you're giving them the information they need on their level of understanding. So, how do you know what your audience wants? The first step is research. Find out what they're interested in, what problems they need solving, and what's important to them. This will help inform everything from the types of content you create and how often you post it to the tone that resonates most with them. Once you've done this research and found out what matters most to your audience members, then it's time for action. Use this information as a starting point and create something new, something that hasn't been done before, and speaks directly to their needs. Another way of knowing your audience is by simply talking with them. Reach out via email or social media and ask them questions about their interests or needs. What topics would they like covered more often? What kind of content do they share with others most often? That'll help guide the direction of future content creation. Start driving more traffic to your website. Visit linkdaddy.shop now for more tips and tricks on how to do content marketing effectively.